sunshines. GAS hashtag. Don't put that, you guys. Put good morning sunshines, even though it's not a good morning sunshine. We're jumping on here. I do have takeaway because I always have a takeaway, but mostly I have shares because y'all are wondering what's going on. So I'm going to share about that, and then I will share why we are in the car on our way back to the hospital. Good morning, Margaret. Good morning, Taylor. How are you guys doing? We're talking about Whitten, John. I think most of you guys are caught up. That I don't even know how many days ago now. I'm not sure. 10 days. I don't even know what day it is, you guys. Like 10 days ago, we went in for diabetes insipidus for my 20-month-old. Super rare, crazy disease. I was going to do an update on that today, but I have not had time because it's been nuts. And oh, thank you, Lauren, Kirsten. Hi, thank you for joining us, Misty. Hello. And we were shocked, to say the least, about the outcome of it being brain sorts and them finding a mass in his hip as well as 2 in his skull and then something around his pituitary, which is what's causing the DI. Anyhow, we spent the last 6 days at home after doing a biopsy just waiting. They said just enjoy your time, which I talked about this morning, and we did, you guys. We've had an amazing weekend full of friends and family and all the different good things. Good morning, good afternoon, hi. Let's just say hi. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Joni. Hi, Jen. Thank you guys for all of your prayers. I love you guys. So today was the appointment, right? Where you learn your prognosis, basically, right? And I just, first of all, before I even go into the situation with Whitten, which I want to tell you guys is he is going to be better than just fine. We talked about this. He's going to be better than normal. He is a miracle, and he is going to have an incredible, fulfilled, unbelievably beautiful life. So let's start off with that. But I want to just, as we're going into this, I want you guys to reflect on this. Like, it's like people are interested and they wonder, like, what's going to happen to Whitten next? Like, right? What's his prognosis? What is next in store for him? And I think that the way that I want to relate this back to you before I dive into it is that don't forget that each and every day there is a prognosis for you. And there are multiple definitions of prognosis, right? It can be in relation to a disease or an ailment, but it also can just be like the likely path of which one is taking, right? The likely course that something is taking, including your life. So as I share about this, just pull it into your heart and your soul that you're living out your prognosis right now. You know, the course of your life, the reality that you get to be so just so involved, and you get to choose what your next chapter looks like based upon your perception of the prognosis and based upon your actions and your gratitude. And that's really a message I want you guys to pull in before I share what's going on with the video. So whatever's happening in your world, life isn't just happening to you, right? It's not just like, here's the prognosis, just go figure it out. You get to choose how you receive that, okay? So if you can do that, we started this butterfly thing where you put 3 butterflies. This is miracles for little baby Whitten, smitten with Whitten spitten. What did Liz say? Whitten strong. I don't even know. Whitten John, Whitten strong, right? So do 3 little butterflies because it just makes my heart so happy. And then of course every prayer hand that you want to put up there, you guys, I will fucking soak up the prayer hands. Okay, baby Whitten. So we go to our appointment today. A lot of things we expected, a lot of things we did not expect, but we feel very confident and good coming out of it. So he is diagnosed, but it was with what is called, he's taking it out. It's called Langerhans cell histiocytosis. Langerhans, Langerhans cell histiocytosis. LCH for short. Just think lunch. That's how you remember it. Okay, lunch, LCH. And this is suspected in the beginning, but it wasn't like confirmed by any means, and they had to put all of the data together to see what it was. So we had prepared slightly for this, right? So LCH is not a cancer, but it's treated like a cancer. They don't really know. It's cancer-like. It's where your white blood cells are not operating correctly, right? And the treatment for it is it's chemo, it's steroids, it's They treat it as they're treating cancer. So that's what little guy has been diagnosed with. It makes sense because that is very in tune with the pituitary being damaged. And the beautiful thing, you guys, all about perception, right, is that he got the DI at a point where we were able to get to the hospital and get that looked at before it spread into any other organs, like we talked about before, any other systems. So it's called something, which basically means it's low risk because it's only in one system. The game now is to stop that motherfucking shit as fast as we can. I cuss a lot in Good Morning Sunshines now. I don't, because I just feel aggressive. John's just like, why are you even cussing? It's fine. It's to stop it, right? As soon as possible from spreading and from, metastasizing. So, we have the LCH, and our prognosis is beautiful. Like I said, the boy is going to be thriving. He's going to be amazing. It's all about what this next year is going to look like for us. And some of you guys have been through this. I know, because y'all are messaging me and you haven't shared your story, right? And you've been through so many different things. So you already kind of know some of the things I'm going to share, but this is his next journey. He is going to, we have tomorrow morning, they scheduled a surgery right away where they put a port in his chest for his chemo, which is what they do for kids, so that they're not trying to do an IV because they're just not good at that. So he has a surgery, like 4th anesthesia in the last week, where they'll go under, they'll put this port, they'll put like a little wire that goes through this really good artery or vein, I forget which one, whatever, right? And then they'll pull that out and leave a catheter so they can safely and properly deliver his medication, which is absolutely awesome. So then he's getting the proper medication, and what happens is it's under the skin. So after they close it up, you can't, kind of like a pacemaker, you can't even see it. He'll be able to, after a week, go swimming, do all of the things that kids do. It'll just be like this little cushion pad where they can just go in and they stick this needle, it looks like a thumbtack. I was like, that cannot feel good. They were like, he's not even gonna feel it. You do this lanacane before, and then they just put that in, they put an IV port. So he gets his chemo every week on Tuesdays, is what we start with. In addition, they do a steroid therapy where we're taking prednisone twice a day, and that will be for the course of 6 weeks. So this is our action for the next 6 weeks. There are some different things that we're going to have to take care of in terms of side effects for tummy problems or acid reflux. There's a weekend medication that we take to make sure that he doesn't get pneumonia, because we don't want him to get sick. One of the things we have to really watch for is high fever, or fevers, not high fevers, anything over 100 we start to monitor, and then that's where they would bring us in to make sure we count his blood cells to make sure everything's good. So that's the next piece of just monitoring all of it, in addition to and while figuring out his DI medication. So this little baby boy who has not taken anything, our family doesn't know how to take medication, right? We drink shakes and take vitamins. We're good at that. But we're gonna have this, chemo once a week. We've got the prednisone twice a day. We've got Zofran for nausea, which he shouldn't experience. We've got something for his acid reflux. We have weekend medications, which is twice a day on Saturday and Sunday. I know I'm already remembering this, which is pretty amazing. We have, I think maybe that might be all. That's all, you guys. Oh, then DI medication twice a day. Okay, so no problem. We got this, right? You guys got your 3 butterflies. I absolutely love you. You guys are amazing, amazing, amazing. So this is the next things that we do. We were surprised by the port. We didn't realize he was going to have surgery tomorrow. He has chemo tomorrow. So we do surgery followed by chemo right away. Here are some of the different beautiful things, you guys. He shouldn't feel too nauseous. He probably is not going to lose his hair. It's not that kind of treatment where it's going to limit that piece of it. So he might keep those little beautiful locks. He will. He's going to keep those beautiful little locks that he has. He probably, they say he could get a little irritated by the steroids. So what I picture is a little mini Hulk, because you're just picture a 2-year-old's temper tantrums and just multiply that by a bunch. Get a little fat face. I forget what they call it, but chipmunk cheek face. Be super hungry, not fall asleep well, be irritated. But all in all, that's all, right? So what happens, hey Mikey, how are you doing? Butterfly, 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 I love it. So for the next year, we're going to be on a different type of adventure. We've talked about this, plot twist adventures, right? We're going to be learning a lot of things things. We're going to be learning patience. We're going to be, learning how to care for him in different ways. We're going to be learning about this industry, about white blood cells, red blood cells, platelets, some things that you guys know about that we haven't learned about. A lot of us don't know about yet. We are going to be, supporting Whitten, and I see like even the different things that he's going to experience is going to help create him to just be a stronger person. He's already so tenacious and so the kid has got this will about him, but through all of this, him learning even more of that, as well as patience, right? So every time we go in for chemo, it's a couple hours. They have to do blood draws. We sit there, we hang out, we wait for the numbers, then they do the chemo treatment. So, a lot of learning, figuring out what different games we can do. We're going to build his little brain. This is why he's going to be a doctor, y'all. Because, when he's 30 something and he's in his, he's supporting the kids and he's working with them, it's because he had so much time to work on his brain and learn different skills. There are so many amazing things that are going to come out of this, right? Good days and bad days, end result will be amazing. Absolutely. And that's, we're prepared for that as much as we can say, right? But really, we recognize that it's going to be a new adventure, that there's going to be some challenges, but with each and every one of those, we're going to look for the light, love, hope, strength, prayers from each and every person around us as we're going through that, next chapter of our lives. And here's the other thing, guys, it's just a chapter. It is, it's just a chapter, because at some point, and we're praying for sooner, right? Maybe less than a year, where they're like, this is not, it's gone. It comes back 20 to 25% of the time, but not for Whitten John, right? But we're praying and taking care of him as best as we possibly can. So anything that I forgot on that? That's pretty cohesive, right? So that's where we are at. We went home. We were preparing for surgery. He has to go NPO again, and he does not like not eating and drinking. So he has to do that tonight. So we were trying to figure out his DI medication. And we're what do we do? So then the endo doctor called, and she's like, guys, I have not the best news, but it's going to be okay. So his numbers were low for his sodium. They need to make sure that he's safe. So they said, we need to admit you for a couple more nights, just to balance everything out, make sure that he's safe for surgery in the morning. So after we painted some glorious pictures, and John Carroll went and grabbed 400 different scripts, we packed up the car. We know what we're doing now. Remember when I asked you guys what to bring to the hospital? We're like, check, check, check. So we packed up all of our crap. We've got that. Whitty John is taking a nap. We're going to go in. We're going to make sure his sodium is safe. We're going to get in tomorrow morning. They're going to do a beautiful port. It's going to be amazing. We're going to have our first round of chemo. We're going to learn how to take that, the steroids, and then we're going to balance his DI for a couple days, and then we'll be back home doing our next piece. So everything is going to be, it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be an adventure. And as I close this piece of it, I am going to keep posting on my story just about what's going on, but I wanted to jump on here because, first of all, we have our friends and family that we're sharing with, and I can't share with all of them for 20 minutes, which is what it takes to really explain everything. So thank you, social media. Thank you guys for being on here, for the ease of sharing. How beautiful is that I can share with such simplicity and have this message go to even all of our family members as I tell them to check on this. So I love that. Also, of course, you guys, every prayer that you guys can muster up, and not just for our family, you guys, but we're gonna be staying on the oncology floor, and I don't even know what that experience is going to be like, right? Just surrounded by so many little beautiful bright souls that could use your love and your prayers and your energy. So everything that you guys can talk to God about, and in positivity, right? This is not out of sadness and out of any sort of pity, you guys. It's positivity, and it's miracles are going to happen, and we know our baby boy is going to be absolutely wonderful, as you guys said. Final piece is, don't forget you, right? After this flipsy-doopsy, after this video, maybe just go to the mirror and just spend a minute with yourself, and just take a look at your reflection, and remember that you're living out your prognosis right now, and you don't need to be diagnosed with someone, nor does anybody else in your world, to decide that you're going to change your perception and your reality so that you can have joy and happiness regardless of what different challenges you're faced with. And yes, are we going to have our moments and different emotions going through it? 100%, you guys. But we get to choose, right, how we overall write this next chapter of our life. So next chapter, John Carroll, Callie Carroll's life, Whitten Carroll, Quincy Carroll, all the kids, Kinsey Carroll, Jace Carroll, Grandma, Grandpa, for all of this, and our whole family. It's going to be a chapter of survival, of thriving, of prayers, of courage, of strength, of hope, of peace, of calm, of belief, of what? Love, and of love. So I love you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you again. Thank you for all the hearts and all the different messages on here. If you haven't done your 3 butterflies, do that. If you want to say a prayer, please do that. And actually, I got to. So, dear God, thank you for this moment. Thank you for this exact moment. Thank you for the doctors calling us back in to make sure that Whitty John is safe. Thank you for them monitoring him and making sure that everything's done correctly to remove this from his body and allow it to leave so that light and love can just fill all of those remaining areas. And thank you for every single person who's on here with us. Thank you for Children's Hospital and for all of our personal doctors that are supporting us in this mission, and all of our family and friends and everybody here. So light and love, energy, you guys, from me to you. Love you guys. Thank you.